Hey folks, so today is day one using a new palette for a week, and this is the palette that I chose this week just because it is so hyped up and popular that I kind of had to get my hands on it and test it out for a week just because I was curious as well, and I've just heard a lot of like weird mixed things about this. People either love it or they totally hate it. So this is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This is the palette that you open it up and it smells like fuzzy peach candy. It's a little strong, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little overpowering. This palette is very, very hyped up, so I wanted to use it for 5 looks, just because I know a lot of you guys have this from the first release of it. A lot of you guys are interested in it. I know I was. I decided to start off today with just a simple sort of everyday wearable, like you can wear this to work or school, that kind of thing sort of look. Very simple, very easy. So if you want to know how to do it, then just stay tuned and here's the tutorial. So I'm going to be using white peach, a little bit of peaches and cream, a little bit of just peachy, a little bit of candied peach, and a little bit of Summer Yum, just a tad, and a little bit of Luscious as an inner corner highlight. Thought there was going to be more peach shades, when in actuality, like there's really only these two are even peach. And then for brushes, I'm using 3, so I'm using a large fluffy brush. I'm using just a 217 to blend out stuff, and then just a little small brush to go into the inner corner. Alright, so the first shade that I'm going into is White Peach. Now, I thought this was just a matte shade, like a matte white. It's not. It actually has just like the tiniest bit of a sheen to it, which is really nice as a highlight shade. And so this color is just going to get applied just on my brow bone, and then just kind of lightly above my crease. It's just going to have something for the other colors to blend into. I'm just doing a really soft look today. This is just going to be something that's super easy, one of those looks that you can just do and get out of the door, wear to work, you know. Next color is Peaches and Cream. So this is just a matte, soft, like light peach color. It's very, very soft. Not a lot of color, but it's one of those shades that is going to block out pigmentation on my eyelids. So far they're applying really nicely, so that's always good. So I'm just going to take my 217. I'm going to go into just Peachy. This does have a little bit of a sheen to it. Really nice and pretty color. This is going to go into my outer corner, and I'm really just going to blow this out, like not really go into the crease, but just kind of blend it up. And then I'm going to do a little bit of candied peach as well. And basically just putting this on just as a very light wash of color. Because it is so light, you can kind of just blend it around. Basically going for easy and soft, so it doesn't have to be too complex. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of candied peach, which is slightly more matte and also a little bit darker. And then I'm just going to darken it up just a tad. Focusing that just on the outer V of the eye. And then you can just take that big fluffy brush and just blend everything out. I'm also going to take that brush, take a little bit of candied peach, and that's going to get run right underneath my bottom eyelashes. I'm going to dip my brush really lightly into Summer Yum, and then I'm just going to focus that just right on the outer V, just as a little bit. And then again, just take my big fluffy brush and just blend that out and diffuse everything. So it should end up something like that, just very blended out and soft. Next, I'm just going to finish this look up, and I'm going to go into Luscious. That's the color that I have on my inner corner, nice and bright. And this is just going to get applied just to the inner sort of 1/3 of the eye, and then also just right onto the inner corner. So then that's it for the eyes. As I mentioned, it's just really easy. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes and pop on a coat of mascara. This is a look that I wouldn't really wear with false eyelashes. This is more of an everyday look that you guys can wear to work and school and whatever. And so I'm going to go ahead, do my mascara, come back and show you how I'm going to finish up the rest of the face. Alright, so then with mascara on, that is the finished eye. Now then for the rest of the face, I want to keep it fairly light and fun and fresh. For my blush, I'm going to be using NARS Orgasm. I'm just using a more fluffy brush for a little bit more of a diffused look. So it's not super pigmented, but it's more of just like a flush of color on the cheek. Now please let me know in the comments down below if the peach blush in this collection is something that I should pick up. You guys know I have like 3 blushes that I use, but I'm actually interested in that one. So if you have it, let me know if you like it or not, and it's something that you think is worth me getting. Yeah, let me know, because I'm interested in that blush and I might get it. I ended up getting like way too much money in Sephora gift cards this Christmas, which is awesome, but then now I'm like what do I buy? Alright, so then for my highlight, I'm actually going to dip my brush into this Luscious color. If you have a deeper skin tone, it might be a really nice highlight. It's just a little bit dark on me, but I'm just going to run with it. Note when I sort of put my brush, like a stiffer brush like this, it does have a lot of kick up, be typical. So I'm just going to go ahead and just sort of blend that into the skin. And then for lips, this is actually something that I would just wear with a little bit of lip balm, or, you know, one of these things. I got these things for Christmas. I don't know if I like them. These are the like EOS things. I don't know. All I heard is that these things like make people's lips fall off. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix just these OCC colors together. So I'm mixing the color in Annika and Clockwork. So I'm just going to do sort of like an equal mix of that and then apply that to the lips. This is something that I would actually wear personally in the spring. Now, I don't know about you guys, does this palette actually released in the spring and then re-released in the winter? Just because I feel like this palette is really designed for like spring, summer looks. I mean, there's no harm in like wearing this in the winter. Like I wear whatever I want in the winter and whatever I want in the summer, but I really feel like that's kind of what this palette is more designed for. So I actually really like this, and I think it's a good way to start the week. Something wearable, something fresh. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have this palette? Are you interested in it? So yeah, that wraps up day one using the Sweet Peach palette. Let me know how everything's going. I hope everyone's doing good, and then until my next video, I will talk to all you soon. Bye!